Welcome, hockey fans, inside Vida Arena in Växjö, Sweden, as we get set for this afternoon's matchup featuring the league-leading Växjö Lakers and Linköping. Here inside Vida Arena, Victor Fast getting the start between the pipes for the Lakers. And I believe Johansson, or no, it's Jonas Gustafsson getting the start between the pipes for Linköping. So both teams starting their top goaltenders in this one. Number 13 at the bottom of the circle there, I should mention, Andrew Gordon has 4 points in 2 games against the Lakers this season. 1 goal and 3 assists, so look for him to perhaps provide some offense for Linköping as we are underway. And Andrew Gordon sends it back to his defenseman. Linköping playing this one up to center, no further, however, as this one's carried back into the offensive zone. Sharp angle attempt, big rebound out front. Comes off a skate and deflects to the corner where Derek Roy is able to collect. He'll throw this one back to his defenseman. Nicholas Lundgren now from behind his own net. As Linköping look to start out now. Through the neutral ice, this one gets tipped into the offensive zone. Not very deep, however, as it gets sent back out to center. And Christian Nikiva will throw this one deep into the offensive zone. Mark Zengerle now. The Olin brothers now along the half boards, back to Ken Andre, who lets the shot go. Big rebound out front, poked towards the net. But able to hold on for the stoppage there was Victor Fast. Alman Bibic there on the doorstep, trying to poke it home, wasn't able to. Face off to the left of Fast. Finds its way to the corner now. Controlling in the corner there is Daniel Olsen-Trikulia as he plays it to Martinson. Martinson giving a whack at it with the backhand as this puck finds its way over to Tornquist along the half boards. Back to the line now. Long shot right on. Steered aside by the blocker and tripped up there is Emil Silvergard. No call on the play as Fast will sweep this one to the corner. Lundberg now playing this one up the ice. As Linköping still with possession of the puck in the offensive zone. Tony Martinson now carrying behind the net. Martinson trying to sweep that one towards the front of the net, however, comes off the back of the net. Now getting some help. This one gets sent back to the line. Back to Martinson, centering out front on the doorstep. Couple whacks at it, still free in the crease as Fast finally able to cover up, but a nice centering pass out front from Martinson, creating a good opportunity. And Linköping here early in the first period, getting some good sustained pressure in the offensive zone. They see Anderson there steaming in, trying to just force that one through Fast into the net. Face-off coming to the left of Victor Fast. Nicholas Persson, the captain, lining up to take the face-off for Linköping. And he's going to be waved out. Eric Josephson in the face-off circle for the Lakers. Clean win back to the line. This one controlled by Carlson, who will rip it around the boards all the way to the far half boards. This one gets played back down low. Martinson now can't control as this one will be played behind the net. Now Persson playing this one back to the line, but neither defenseman really would seem to decide to get it, so it forced back all the way to center and now back into the Lakers' end. Andrew Gordon intercepting, and Andrew Gordon now moving right in. Derek Roy, Gordon lets the shot go. Nice little passing play there between Roy and Gordon. As Gordon, like I had mentioned, has been very effective against the Lakers offensively this season. Almost had another one there. And rips that one wide of the net. No contact with it, just straight up missed. Through the neutral ice, he'll gain center, fires this one into the Linköping zone. Kiskinen leaving it there. As this one gets sent back to the line to Persson, bouncing puck doesn't find its way through. Following up on the play is Rahimi. That one also blocked. Rahimi at the line, able to hold it in as that one is gloved out of the air. Hustling over to hold that one in is Persson, but now it'll find its way out to neutral ice as Gordon sends this through center. fast out of his net. Will play this one quickly up the boards, but Kiskinen was in the midst of a change. Lakers now controlling in their own zone. Tornquist can't get it away from his man as puck finds its way now to Froberg. As this puck gets lifted out to neutral ice. And Olam is able to come away with it. Martinson, cross ice pass, bit of a dangerous pass there. It was almost intercepted in front of the net. Mattis Olam now through the neutral ice. Trying to drag around his man, but it gets poked away from him, and now Linköping forced back to their own blue line as they play pass in their own zone. Lakers working this one through the neutral ice, firing this one into the far corner. Bibic up the ice, tipped off the boards, back into the Lakers' end, not enough for icing. Lundberg now playing this one behind his net. Cross ice pass up to Shinneman. Shinneman into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Pettersson. Elias Pettersson from the corner. Playing this one back to the line to Lundberg. Lundberg, top of the circle, lets the shot go. Sharp angle attempt, tipped on right on by Shinneman. And now a shot right on as that one is held out by Gustafsson. Couldn't control the rebound as this puck finds its way back to the line, but not out. And now right out front is Pettersson. Pettersson dishing back door, electing to make the unselfish play. Probably should have tried to score there, but Pettersson trying to send it either to Shinneman, I believe, out front. But just couldn't make good contact with it there. Liam Reddick's throwing this one cross ice into the offensive zone, collected by Lundgren, who throws this one behind the net to Ginning, who gets tripped up. No call on the play. Person controlling now, the captain. Plays it back to Ginning along the half boards, back to the line to Bohm. Sends that one purposely way wide off the half boards as his puck's still in the Linköping end. Mess of bodies trying to collect as Jimmy Anderson's able to come away with it now. Anderson, cross ice pass to Ginning. Ginning, drop pass to his captain, stretch pass up the ice, beautiful to Olam, lets the shot go. And that one is held on to by Fast. Great opportunity. And a beautiful pass from the captain, Person. That was Nick Sorensen, not Ken-Andre Olam. There you see Pettersson trying to dish it back to Shinneman, but just couldn't make good contact with it. Daniel Rahimi now controlling. Playing this one up to the blue line and now into the offensive zone. He's all alone, lets the shot go. Caleb couldn't finish it off. Chopping that one towards the net, finds its way wide. So a couple of opportunities, one for each team in the last 30 seconds or so. Caleb controlling now along the half boards, plays it back to Person. Person walking this one down low into the corner. Person centering out front, just in the skates of Rosen there. Caleb is able to control as he'll send it around the boards, all the way back to the half boards, and now back to the line to Person. Person controlling. From the corner now, he'll play this one back to the line. Heavy shot by Kiskinen finds its way through. And Gustafsson takes that one right in the chest and holds on for a stoppage. And now Caleb and Carlson going at it after the whistle. Linesman right there to break that up. Face-off coming to the right of Gustafsson. Froberg lining up to take the face-off for the Lakers. Scramble draw finds its way to the end boards and now collected by Chad Billins. Billins playing this one over to Bohm. Or rather Bibic. As Person is able to come away with it, he'll play this one up the boards. Sebastian Carlson playing it back to Gustafsson, who rings this one around the boards. Linköping struggling to get out of their own end at the moment as Billins turns back towards his own net. Bibic now trying to play it off the boards, not able to get it far. However, as Bibic comes away with it once again, as he'll throw this to the far corner. Pinching down low is Martinson. Martinson throwing that one towards the net, tipped wide into the corner. Lundberg pinching down from the line, will play this one in deep. Andy Mealy back to the line to Lundberg. Lundberg with the shot right on Gustafsson with the save as the Lakers pinning Linköping in their own zone. Not really letting them get out at the over the last 30 or 45 seconds or so. As you see, number 21, Andy Mealy, who you probably recognize as a former Malmo Red Hawk, coming over to the Lakers about a week into February. And luckily for him, nobody on the Lakers was wearing number 21, which of course was the number he wore with Malmo, so got to keep his old number. And now this one will be whistled dead. We'll get a do-over. Pedersen back to the line. Ogberg throwing that one to the corner. Hornquist there to collect. And he gives that one right up on the doorstep, and now a slash upcoming. We've got a penalty shot fired off a body as Pedersen's able to come away with it. And the top power play in the league will go to work. And I believe it's going to be a slash. Or no, a high stick right there. Looked like Shinneman got slashed before that even happened, but he gets called for the high stick. And this top power play line for the Lakers has been just unbelievably effective this season. Back to the line, control to Persson, over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen with the shot, that one off the shoulder of Gustafsson, all the way around the boards. Persson sprawling, couldn't hold it in. Fast, playing this one around the boards to Pedersen as Pedersen plays this one back to Persson. Persson has to step back towards the end boards, but he'll start out now with some space. And that one softly off the board, stopped up at the center line was Rosen as he plays back to Persson. Now Persson to Pedersen, Pedersen into the offensive zone, gets tripped up. Not too sure what happened there, looked like he just kind of toe picked. Lakers still with possession of the puck as Shinneman gets drilled from behind back to his feet. Brendan Shinneman takes another high stick there. Doesn't look like there's going to be a call, however, as even I saw that one. And so Linköping getting away with a high stick there, as that could have been very dangerous had they given up an extended 5-on-3. No icing on the play there as Lundgren controls along his own end boards. Persson in the corner, now Califf. Back to Mealy. Andy Mealy back to the line to Froberg. Heavy shot right on. This one is sent on target off the rebound as that one is steered aside by Gustafsson and now slapped down the ice. And fast, long stretch pass up the ice to Kiskinen. Kiskinen playing this one over to Pessinen. Pessinen into the offensive zone. Back to Mealy. Mealy back to the line. One-time fake there by Califf as he turns back, sends it cross ice to the opposite circle, now gets it back. Califf with the shot, looking top corner as Gustafsson takes that one off the tip of the glove and up into the meshing for a stoppage with 19 seconds remaining on the man advantage. 10:56 remaining here in the first period. There you see Andrew Califf, one behind Olofsson for the league lead for most goals. Now the captain, Persson, is going to be waved out of the circle. Carlson controlling off the faceoff, slapping that around the boards. And this one gets played into the Linköping bench, as this faceoff will stay in the Linköping end. Face off to the left of Gustafsson. Josephson can't win this one back. Carlson will rip it hard off the boards and all the way back down the ice to kill the last seconds in this man advantage. Linköping controlling in their own zone, gives it right up. Doorstep shot for Reddick's sharp angle attempt by Josephson. Couldn't get it on target, and when I say sharp angle, pretty sure he was behind the goal line there trying to bank it off the back of Gustafsson as this puck finds its way all the way back into the Lakers zone. No icing on the play. Given up behind the net. Modest Olam centering right out front. Couldn't find a shot on net, however, as Olam plays this one back to the line. Lundgren will throw it into the far corner. Tornquist there to try and track it down. Getting some help now from Olam. And now Lundgren controlling in the offensive zone as he'll walk this one to the corner. Lundgren almost upended there, but manages to stay on his feet. Getting some help now from Mattis. Or rather Ken Andre, as Ken Andre sends this one off a stick up into the meshing. And of course, both Olam brothers, Mattis and Ken Andre Olam, competing for Norway in the men's hockey tournament in the Olympics. Take a look now at stats through the first half of this first period, and the Lakers out shooting Linköping at the moment 7-4, missed shots 4-3 in favor of Linköping. Just one hit in this game so far, which is a bit surprising. Linköping is typically a very physical team, and the Lakers certainly have some players that like to throw their weight around as well. So a bit surprising to see just the single hit so far in this one. Face-off 6-4 in favor of the Lakers. One power play opportunity so far in favor of the Lakers. 3 power play shots, no power play goals. Linköping 100% penalty killing. Take a look at the other games going on at the moment, and the only one with a score update is Frölunda and HV71, who are locked at a 1-1 tie. The other 2 games locked at a scoreless tie at the moment. We'll make sure to keep you updated on those 3 games as the afternoon goes on. And of course, 6 p.m. starts, you can always keep updated over at shl.se. Face off now, coming to the left of Victor Fast. Lakers working it back the other way now along the right side. He'll send this one in deep. In the corner. 4 bodies there trying to fish it off the boards. They will now. Lakers controlling, but this one gets sent back to line and out. Silvergard now into the offensive zone. Lets the shot go. Doesn't find its way on target. Off the stick of Rahimi into the end board. Silvergard now behind the net, battling against Rahimi. Playing this one back to the half boards, back to Silvergard, now back to the line. That shot finds its way wide of the net. Pettersson slowly out of his own zone. He'll gain center, sends this one in deep. Or rather, Peter Anderson, I should say. One gets tipped all the way to the far blue line and now swept into the Lakers' end, but taken right back. Minus Hogenberg cross ice pass intercepted at center ice. Sending this one deep for Andrew Gordon, and Andrew Gordon is absolutely livid, and I have to agree with them on that. I'm not too sure why they called that an icing, as Gordon clearly winning the race to that puck. And Coach Dan Tang is obviously not happy with that call either. Either way, this face-off back into the Linköping zone. Gordon can't win this one back as it's collected by Pettersson. Elias Pettersson stepping around Carlson. Pettersson playing it behind the net to Shinneman. Shinneman trying to center out front, back to the top of the circle. That shot off the blocker of Gustafsson and up into the meshing. Nice reaction save there by Jonas Gustafsson, and denies Oliver Bohm. Face off to the left of Gustafsson. Coming away with it now is Bohm. He'll play this one all the way down the ice, and this one is waved off. Perhaps a bit of a makeup call there. Linköping controlling in their own end. Taken away by Hogenberg as he'll play it back to Bohm. Bohm up the ice. Rosen trying to collect, not able to, however, as it's taken back by Persson. He'll retreat back into his own zone. Playing this one now to Carlson. Carlson lifting it to center. No further, however, as the Lakers send it right back in. Chad Billings from the corner will play this one around the boards. And up into the meshing, so we'll have a stoppage with 7:46 remaining here in the first period. You hear the Lakers fans reacting. They wanted a delay of game call against Billings. And I think they have a pretty good case there as Billings sends that over the glass untouched, getting away with one. Rasmussen lining up to take the faceoff for the Lakers against Mattis Olam. Able to win it back, but this one gets poked out to the blue line and now out to center ice and into the Lakers zone. Well, look out as Broberg almost got run over. Centering out front, Olam on the doorstep, has a couple whacks at it, fast covers up. And Andre Olam having a couple whacks at it, couldn't get a good shot on target, however. There you see back on January 20th, 3-1 in favor of the Växjö. And then 21st of September, one of the first games of the season, was a 5-4 overtime victory for the Lakers. Face-off coming to the right of Fast. Clean win back to the line. Long shot hits a body out front and now collected by the Lakers and moved back the other way. Rahimi into the offensive zone, lets the shot go. Gustafsson steers that one aside. Back to the line to Rahimi. That shot finds its way wide of the net. Joel Persson able to play it in deep once again. Hustling over to collect is Martinson as he'll throw this one back to the line. Purposely wide off the end boards. Big rebound out front to the circle. Lets the shot go. Big rebound. Also steered aside. As Gustafsson very busy so far here in the first period, but has been perfect so far as Persson controls. Run this one back to Rahimi. Rahimi back to Persson. Trying to stretch pass up the ice. Hits a skate. Linköping's back into the offensive zone. It's Silvergaard trying to cut down low. Leaving the puck behind in the corner, however. Silvergaard controlling now. Back to the half boards, back to the line. Long shot right on, Fast with the blocker save as Pessinen is able to control. Jan Pessinen throwing this one out through neutral ice, and now Andy Mealy into the offensive zone. Mealy playing this one to Froberg. Froberg from the corner, playing this one back to the line to Martinson, as Martinson will throw this one in deep. Pessinen now in the corner. Back to the line. Nederberg, cross ice pass, shot wide of the net. Nederberg pinching down low. And now back the other way. What a beautiful diving play there by Froberg, as that would have been a breakaway. Silvergaard still with possession of the puck. Puts that one wide of the net, but Froberg diving to break up that pass, which would have sprung Olam all alone. Back the other way now as this one finds its way deep into the Linköping end. Coming away with it in the corner now is Bibic. This one gets thrown behind. Billings hustling to catch up with it along the half boards. He'll chop this one off the boards and now out to neutral ice. Sent back to center. Gordon can't track down the bouncing puck, and now into the offensive zone is Rasmussen. As that pass off a skate back to center. Cross ice pass. That one is intercepted and sent back into the Linköping end. Chad Billings now controlling from his own corner. Will fire this one up the ice. That's going to be an icing call going against Linköping. So this one will come all the way back in the Linköping end with just over 5 minutes remaining here in the first period. Still locked at a scoreless tie. Face-off coming to the right of Gustafsson. Clean win back to the line, or rather collected at the top of the circle by Califf. Now that one poked out to neutral ice. Rahimi hustling to catch up to it. Back to Persson. Joel Persson playing this one through the neutral ice. And now Thomas Kiskinen trying to center out front for Robert Rosen, but a good break up there by Carlson as he was sprawling on the ice to block that pass. Loved out of the air now as Persson comes away with it. Sends it back to his defenseman cross ice. Now over to Carlson. Carlson lifting this one through the neutral ice. And now gets laid out. Daniel Rahimi there went down awkwardly in a heap. Califf with the shot right on, tipped over the net. And now we'll get a whistle as Rahimi's still down at center, and we've got a penalty upcoming here. And it's going to be a charge. As Daniel Rahimi goes down awkwardly. It's going to be Sebastian Carlson. Bit of a dangerous hit there thrown by Carlson. Rahimi down on his knees in a very vulnerable position. It looked like Carlson tried to adjust to hit him from his knees as well, but kind of fell on top of him rather than hit him front side. And so this top power play unit of the Lakers will go back to work for the second time this period. Rasmussen now controlling. Cross ice pass to Pettersson. Pettersson into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Shinniman. Rasmussen trying to kick that one towards the front of the net. Now back to the line to Persson. Persson over to Pettersson. Pettersson quickly over to Shinniman on the far side. Shinniman gets tied up. Now Rasmussen trying to come away with it. He'll play this one to Rosen. Robert Rosen over to Shinniman. Shinniman trying to play it to Pettersson. He will now. Elias Pettersson with the shot. That hits a body out front. Bouncing puck. Not able to hold it in there was Persson as he retreats back to his own zone to collect. Persson playing this one to Rosen. Rosen through the neutral ice into the offensive. No, not yet, as he'll wait for the trailer. Persson, that is just onside. My goodness, that was very close. Now Rosen. Drop pass back for Rasmussen. Rasmussen over to Persson. Persson cross ice pass to Pettersson. Elias Pettersson. Back to Persson. Persson with the shot. That one doesn't find its way on target as Gustafsson will poke this one to the corner. Rosen back to the line to Persson. Persson over to Pettersson with the one-timer. And that one turned aside by Gustafsson with Pettersson's patented one-timer from the top of the circle. We've seen him score so many times from that area this season. And Pettersson really is the full package on offense. He's got a wicked wrister. He can really unleash a slap shot one-timer as we've seen so many times. Great presence in the offensive zone. Great passing ability. As a Vancouver Canucks fan, I'm very excited to follow his future, that's for sure, as the Lakers continuing to control in the offensive zone with just 9 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Now that one, good defensive play, poked back out to the neutral ice, and that'll do it for the man advantage. We'll return to 5-on-5 as Carlson steps out of the box. Andy Mealy now into the offensive zone. He gets tripped up, dishes to Kiskinen either way. Kiskinen back to Mealy with the one-time attempt. Gustafsson with the nice blocker save. Mattis Olim now controlling into the neutral ice, poked away from him, however, as it's taken back by his brother, but now taken back by the Lakers. Now Oliver Bohm controlling in his own zone. Bohm now from the corner will play this one around the boards. Pontus Netterberg now. As the Lakers control. Josephson firing this one up to Netterberg. Netterberg will sweep it in deep. Gustafsson trying to track it down, wasn't able to, as Josephson now controlling in the corner. Liam Reddicks back to the line to Bohm. Bohm with the long shot way wide. Linus Hogberg playing this one down with deep for Josephson, throwing it behind the net. And now Olim coming away with it, or rather Billins coming away with it. And ring this one around the boards up to the blue line and now out to center. Now Mattis Olim 1-on-3 into the offensive zone. Mattis Olim turns back to the corner, waits for the trailer. That one tipped just back, and now one-time attempt right on. Big rebound out front, cleared aside as this one gets sent the length of the ice. As I believe that was Daniel Olson Turkulia steaming in and absolutely unleashing a wicked one-timer. Back to the line to Lundberg, final minute of play. Gustafsson leaves that one behind, has to hustle back to his net. That could have been dangerous. Rodecki upended there. Nice little move by Martinson. Martinson stops up along the half boards, playing this one cross ice. Billins into the offensive zone. Trying to center that one out front, not able to. Held in at the line. Martinson, return pass, trying to center out front for Silvergard. Still gets the puck back as he'll play this one back to the line. Billins with the long shot, hits a body, doesn't find its way through. Kiskinen able to control. 13 seconds remaining in the first period as this one is collected by Bibic, and I think he'll probably just be happy to hold on to this one. He'll play it off the boards. And this one will be sent back into the Lakers zone. Time will expire, and that'll do it for the first 20 minutes. In this one, as Linköping and the Lakers put together a pretty entertaining first period of play. Neither team able to find the back of the net, however, despite some great opportunities for both teams. And both teams playing fairly evenly matched at the moment. Take a look at first period stats. And maybe not so evenly matched. 14 shots on goal for the Lakers to Linköping 6. So the Lakers heavily out shooting them at the moment. Missed shot 6-5. Just one hit in that first period. And like I mentioned previously when we took a look at this stat sheet, about 9 minutes remaining in the first period, there was one hit then as well. And it's a bit surprising because Linköping especially is known as more of a physical team, and the Lakers certainly have a couple players that like to throw their weight around as well. Faceoffs 11-6 in favor of the Lakers. 2 power play opportunities for the Lakers. 5 power play shots, no power play goals. So that's certainly a bright spot for Linköping, as the Lakers boast the league's best power play, and that top power play unit of theirs is absolutely efficient. And so Linköping has to be happy with the fact that they came away with 100% penalty killing in that first period, but they definitely have to try and stay out of the box from here on out, because you give the Lakers enough opportunities on the power play, and eventually it's not an if, it's a when. They will make you pay. As we are set to go for puck drop on the second frame. Derek Roy with the clean win back to his own line. And this one controlled by Christian Nikiva. He'll fire this one right on target, as that one is blockered up and over the glass by Victor Fast. And so we'll have a quick stoppage here to start the second period with just 8 seconds elapsed. Faced off to the right of Fast. As the Lakers able to move this one out to neutral ice, all the way down the ice. No icing on the play, as Andy Mealy would have won the race to that, and so Gustafsson sending it out to the neutral ice. Person trying to send it in deep, deflects to the far half boards. Heavy shot by Pessinen right on, steered aside by Gustafsson. Broberg now trying to play this one down low, intercepted in the corner, however, as that one dangerously played in front of his own net by Derek Roy. As Person comes away with it, he'll play this one behind the net. Roy going up against Broberg, frees the puck up as this one is carried behind the net and now sent out to the half boards. Person couldn't hold that one in as it finds its way all the way back into the Lakers' end. Daniel Rahimi in the corner. Rahimi working his way up to his own blue line, out through center, but intercepted. And Tornquist sends it back the other way. Person pursuing into his own end to collect. Lays that one to the corner to himself as he's pestered there by Ken-Andre Olam. Puck finds its way out to neutral ice, however, as Rasmussen now battling there against Olam. Puck finds its way back into the Lakers zone to Rahimi. And now to Pettersson, Elias Pettersson. Making moves around the defenseman. Pettersson looking for the sharp angle attempt. Got himself in a little too tight, however, before he was able to get the shot away. Nice little move there by Pettersson, though, to open up some space at the side of the net. And Gustafsson holds on for the stoppage. Five points for Pettersson in the last 3 matches. 3 goals and 2 assists. And like I mentioned in the pregame, he's 1 point shy of Ryan Lash for tying the league lead in points. And I believe Pettersson has 40 games played and Lash has 44 or 45. And so Pettersson's point per game average right now, I would hazard a guess to say it's probably the best in the league. And now that outlet pass just out of the reach of Sebastian Karlsson, so this will be an icing call as the puck will come all the way back down into the Linköping end. Face-off now coming to the right of Jonas Gustafsson. Waved out of the circle there is Rasmussen. Scramble draw right onto Gustafsson, who steers that one aside with the left pad. Jimmy Anderson now battling along the half boards, lifting this one to the blue line and all the way back into the Lakers' end. From the inboards now, this one will get poked behind the net. Person able to control. Into the offensive zone was, no, not anymore, as Trikulia couldn't gain the blue line as this one gets sent back to the Linköping end. Softly off the boards, that'll be an offside call going against Linköping as Emil Silvergaard finds himself offside, touches the puck, and will have a face-off in the neutral ice. Chad Billins able to control. He'll retreat behind his own net, trying to play it to Carlson. Now Billins gets tied up with his man. That frees the puck up as it's sent back to the line. Now one-time attempt right on by Josephson, but that one steered aside as Carlson comes away with it in the corner. Pestered there, however, by Buck, as this puck finds its way, or rather by Redix, as the puck finds its way over the glass. And just looking up the stats right now, Ryan Lash, 47 games played with 51 points. Elias Pettersson, 40 games played with 50 points. So yes, not only does Pettersson have one more point to go to take that, or to tie that point lead, he also has the best points per game average by a long shot, by quite a wide margin, in fact. Next closest would probably be Joakim Lindstrom, who's got 42 points, or 42 games played with 48 points. As this puck finds its way all the way back into the Lakers zone, Silvergaard's, or rather, Sorensen's going to beat out the race to that puck. However, Derek Roy plastered against the end boards. Josephson there pokes it away from Andrew Gordon, who came steaming in. Now Gordon controlling in the corner. Playing this one to Roy. Derek Roy. Drop pass there for Ginning. Adam Ginning, nice little step around the defenseman, lets the shot go. Ginning on the rebound. Bouncing puck in the creases. Andrew Gordon runs over Victor Fast. That'll draw the whistle. And it looks like there's going to be a hooking call here coming up against the Lakers. Adam Ginning with a beautiful little move, though, gets the initial shot and then a rebound opportunity. But Ginning 1-on-3 in that circle, creating a great opportunity for himself. And now Persson will go to the box, and Linköping will get their first man advantage of the game. And you see Persson throwing the hook there. Linköping's power play, 20% efficiency, good for 6th overall in the league. Now a shot right off the face-off as Fast takes that one in the midsection and holds on. As Christian Akiva unleashes the howitzer from the blue line. On the other side of the ice, the Lakers, and like I mentioned in the pregame, technically their penalty kill is their weakest part of their game, but to be fair, they're 1st or 2nd overall in the league in all other aspects, and so not really a fair comparison, but they have an 81% efficiency on the penalty kill, which is good for 6th overall in the league. As Linköping forced back into their own zone, controlled now by Nikiva. Throwing this one up to Olam. Mattis over to Ken Andre. The Olam brothers on the power play back to the line. Fakes the shot, lets the shot go now, and big rebound, or not a rebound out front, a bit of a rebound out front there as Mattis Olam saw the puck right in front of Fast, so he gave it an extra poke. That draws a crowd, as Lakers not a fan of that. And you saw Fast give a quick look to the referee there. And the one referee does have his hand up in the air. And so the Linköping take a penalty. And I'm assuming that has to come from Olam's late poke there to Fast, and so we're on 4-on-4 action after just 32 seconds of power play opportunity for Linköping. Playing that one off the boards weakly, intercepted as the Lakers try to work it back the other way. Pettersson battling there against a couple of Linköping players. Now coming away with it is Sorensen. He'll throw this one up to Derek Roy, one-on-one into the offensive zone, waits for some help, tries to return it to Sorensen. Intercepted, however, bouncing puck, couldn't quite settle it down, he does now. So Mattis Olam issued a 2-minute slashing penalty. Elias Pettersson hits the trailer into the offensive zone. We'll play this one down below the net for Pettersson. Pettersson around the boards, back to the line. Or rather now Pettersson controls, plays it down to Shinneman. Now Oliver Boehm at the top of the circle, lets the shot go. Big rebound out front. Pettersson sweeping it on target. And Gustafsson jumping on the rebound there as he holds on for the stoppage as Elias Pettersson. Quick turnaround shot there off the initial Oliver Boehm chance. Face off to the left of Gustafsson. Person with the clean win back, controlled by Chad Billings. Billings from behind the net, playing this one to Carlson. Carlson playing this one up the ice, and now cross ice pass. That one tipped off of the stick of Carlson. Now Carlson to Carlson, into the offensive zone, stepping around his man, leaves the puck behind. Robert Rosen playing this one to the corner to Rahimi. Rahimi back to his defensive partner, who throws this one back to Rosen. Now I believe we're on to a short Lakers power play opportunity here. This one gets chopped back to the line, but couldn't hold it in there was Josephson. Or rather Martinson. As Martinson controls behind his own net, leaves there for his defenseman, or rather for Andrew Califf. 11 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Lakers. Through the neutral ice, dishes to Kiskinen. Kiskinen back to Mealy. Mealy back to the line. Backdoor pass. Kiskinen with the shot right on it. Gustafsson, are you kidding me? Makes a beautiful left pad save. As that shot finds its way wide of the net, diving to hold that one or to regain possession was Califf. But Linköping, as Olam goes hard into the boards there. And now we've got a penalty upcoming as this one will be whistled dead. But the Lakers throwing everything they have at the net, but Gustafsson with a great left pad save on Kiskinen. Now we've got an interference call coming up. But a beautiful, and right there. But a beautiful little passing play. Martinson over to Kiskinen, and then Kiskinen absolutely denied by Gustafsson. And so Linköping will get another man advantage. Their last one lasted just 32 seconds after taking themselves off of it. So this might be their first full one. We'll have to wait and see. Andrew Gordon waved out of the circle. Replaced by Derek Roy. As this one will be sent the length of the ice. Gustafsson stops it up behind the net. Linköping starting back the other way. This one will get lifted into the offensive zone. Pursuing is Tony Martinson. Oliver Boehm arrives at the puck first. Pins it against the boards. Gordon gives that one up to Brodecki. Linköping take it back. Quick turnaround shot right on and fast with the save. Gordon gets a face wash out front as he gets pushed out of the crease. But Derek Roy with a quick turnaround little snapshot there right on target. Face-off coming to the left of Fast. Clean win back to the line, controlled by Billings. Billings playing this one over to Sorensen. Sorensen, a little stumble there, but stays on his feet. As this one will get chopped all the way back down the ice. Linköping working it back the other way now. That one will get fired deep into the offensive zone. Taken back in the corner now. Derek Roy controlling. Drop pass for Sorensen. Sorensen, top of the circle, looking for the backdoor pass for Roy, but it's just on his backhand. Couldn't make good contact with it as the Lakers work it back the other way. This one will be sent the length of the ice with 40 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Long shoot in into the corner, collected now by Ken-Andre Olam. Taken away, however, as the Lakers send it the length of the ice once again, right on target. Gustafsson stops that one up and now plays it to Daniel Olsen-Trakulia. Bouncing puck, can't settle it down there, was Mattis Olam. Playing it to center. Emil Silvegaard now controlling. Silvegaard just staying on side there as he hung the leg on the blue line. Back to 5-on-5 action as Linköping not generating many opportunities on that man advantage. Mattis Olam now throwing this one down to the blue line as this one gets swept in deep. Victor Fast from behind his own net leaves there for his defenseman, who throws this one up the boards all the way down the ice, and this will be an icing call going against the Lakers with 11:11 remaining here in the second period. 11:12 remaining in the second period. And this one remains at a scoreless tie. Pair of lonely Linköping fans there making the 2.5, 3-hour drive over to Växjö for this afternoon's game. Clean win back to the line. Ginning letting the shot go, hits a stick and deflects wide. Lundberg controlling as he'll play this one to his own corner. Lundberg playing this one around the boards. This one will get swept in deep and now stopped up by Fast behind the net. Brodecki firing this one in deep. Ginning collecting in his own corner as he'll walk this up to the half boards and now trying to work it out to the blue line. Get some help from Anderson as Jimmy Anderson throws this one into the offensive zone, putting on the Jets, pursuing against Peter Anderson. Now the captain Person trying to return that one to Carlson, and Sebastian Carlson gets it back now to Jimmy Anderson, who rips that one high and wide. Chopped to the blue line but not out, held in by Carlson as he'll play it to Billens. Now back to the line. Bohm can't get that one in deep. Or rather, Bibic can't get that one in deep. Now Billens. Cross ice pass. This one finds its way in deep. Sending that one up to the blue line. As Linköping send this one back into their own zone. Off the skates of Silvegaard as that one finds its way back to Bibic, and now Bibic back to Larson. Larson through the neutral ice, firing this one into the far corner. Martinson playing it behind the net, intercepted by Person. Elias Pettersson coming away with it as he'll poke this one out to neutral ice, but no further than center as it gets worked back in, and that's going to be offside on Daniel Olsen-Trakulia. As we'll have a stoppage with 9:22 remaining here in the second period. Scoreless tie remains intact. Taking a look now at stats so far. Shots on goal, 19-11 in favor of the Lakers, which means the Lakers have generated 5 shots on net in this period, as has Linköping. Missed shots 7-6 in favor of the Lakers, hits 1 apiece, so the physicality still not entering this game just yet. Face-off 16-14 in favor of the Lakers. 3 power play opportunities for the Lakers, 2 for Linköping, 1 of which for either team was a very short power play opportunity. 5 power play shots for the Lakers, 3 for Linköping. Neither team, however, of course, giving up a goal on the man advantage, so both 100% penalty killing at the moment. Taking a look at the other games going on around the league, and Luleå continuing to lead the Malmö Redhawks 1-0. HV 71 with the 3-2 lead over the Frölunda Indians. And this is the only game currently being played, of course, that has still not had a goal. We'll make sure to keep you updated on those other pair of games as this one goes on. And of course, keep updated on the 6 p.m. starts, which there are 4 of them, by heading on over to shl.se. Lakers able to control off the face-off as they'll work this one back out to the neutral ice. Martinson firing this one in all the way around the boards. Shinneman collecting along the half boards. He'll throw this one down low. Rasmussen can't control. Now from the corner, this one gets sent up to the blue line. And now back the other way as this is tipped into the offensive zone, so no icing on the play. Puck in the corner there as the referee gets tied up in the play. Mattis Olam playing it back to the line. Ken Andre in the corner, getting some help from his brother as this one gets thrown all the way back into the Linköping end. Icing is waved off. Stretch pass up the ice, hits its target Bibic, who plays this one softly into the offensive zone. Froberg throwing it back to his defenseman. Just out of the reach of Billins as he's forced back into his own corner. Now back the other way. This one will get sent in deep by Eric Roy. Oliver Bohm along his own end boards, throwing this one up towards the blue line. Now the Lakers work back the other way, giving up at center, however. Nice little tip pass as Roy into the offensive zone. Poked away from him, but following up on the play is Gordon. Gordon back to the line to Larson. Larson lets the long shot go. That one finds its way wide. Eric Roy chopping this one down low. Andrew Gordon coming away with it. Back to the line to Larson. Larson. Nikiva playing this one down low for Gordon. Gordon double teamed in the corner there as he's able to move it to Martinson. Martinson with the shot, blockered aside by Fast. Nikiva. Drop pass for Martinson. Down to Nikiva. Nikiva, nice little move, trying to send it back to the line, but this one will get sent the length up the ice, right on target. And so no icing on the play. Looking for the stretch pass up the ice, just tipped out of reach. Worked into the offensive zone now, but not very deep as it gets forced back out to center ice. Christian Nikiva controlling. He'll play this one off the boards out to neutral ice and now out to center. Neil Silvergard couldn't track that one down as the Lakers gain center, fires this one in. Larson 2-on-1 along the end boards as Nederberg sends this one back to the line to Person. Can't control, however, as this cross-ice pass finds Silvergard. Silvergard into the offensive zone. Turning around, still with possession of the puck somehow. He's able to play it down to Martinson. Now coming away with it is Josephson. Josephson, cross-ice pass, doesn't find its intended target as this one finds its way to center. Now Jimmy Anderson will backhand it deep into the Lakers zone. Person now takes a check, moves the puck to the far corner. From behind the net now, it's Anderson. Peter Anderson will play this one back behind his own net to Person. Joel Person. Stretch pass up the ice, finds its intended target as this one finds its way into the Linköping end. Not very deep as it gets played off the glass, back out to neutral ice. Knocked out of the air by Person. Now almost given up. My goodness, that was a bit of an errant pass there by Person. Didn't quite have enough on it, but just out of the reach of the pressuring Linköping player. Hustling to the corner is Kiskinen, takes a hard check there from Carlson, gets dumped to the ice. As this one gets played off the boards back into the Lakers' end. Now centered right out front. Great scoring opportunity for Mattis Olam, denied by Victor Fast. Mattis Olam on the doorstep all alone. And Fast equal to the task as he holds on for the stoppage with 5:20 remaining here in the second period. And someone blew their defensive cover there, that's for sure, as Olam left all alone in front of the net. And a beautiful pass off the corner boards there by Sebastian Carlson to create that opportunity. Clean win back to the line as Lundgren will walk this one down low to the corner. Gets drilled into the boards, frees up the puck, but this one finds its way to Ken Andre off the side of the post. Trying to send that one to the front of the net was Mattis. Getting some help from Ken Andre now. In the corner. Taking off the puck, Brendan Shinneman able to collect. He'll fire this one over to Pettersson. Pettersson playing this one up the ice, intercepted at center and worked back the other way. Shinneman running over his man. Asmussen hustling over to collect. He'll play this one back to his defenseman who throws it up to Pettersson. Pettersson into the offensive zone, trying to feather that one out front off the stick of Ginny. Shinneman now along the end boards. Now back to the line to Person. Person able to hold this one in. Bouncing puck collected by Linköping in their own end as they'll work it back the other way. Olam into the offensive zone. Back to Ginning. Ginning on the backhand. Can't get the shot away as Pettersson with a good defensive play there. Breaks up that opportunity. Pettersson still with possession of the puck as he pokes it away from his man and sends this to Anderson. Peter Anderson now controlling. Long pass up the ice to Pedersen. Elias Pedersen with the shot right on. Big rebound out front. Cleared away from danger, but not out as Persson controls. Joel Persson in the offensive zone. Plays this one back to the slot. And now Anderson playing this one down to the corner. That one finds its way right to the front of the net, and Gustafsson jumps on it for a stoppage with 3:53 remaining here in the second frame. Face-off coming to the right of Gustafsson. From behind the net now. He'll play it up to Anderson. Anderson playing this one off the boards and down into the neutral zone, or down into the Lakers zone. Anderson in the corner. Froberg. Playing this one off the boards, and now a couple players mixed up in neutral ice. Bibic and Froberg, it looked like. Or Bibic and Mealy. Looks like they just incidental contact. Bibic backing up, Mealy looking at the puck. Neither player at fault there, and I think that's what they were probably talking about. 3:30 remaining in the second period, scoreless tie. Sharp angle attempt right on Victor Fast, almost handcuffed him there. Bit of daylight to shoot at there for Daniel Olsen-Trakulia along that close post, but Fast holds on for the stoppage. Clean face-off win. Sent to the ice there is Linköping pressuring to keep this one deep. Martinson able to come away with it now. Sends that one in deep. Arvid Lundberg taken off the puck by Daniel Olsen-Trakulia. Now Josephson playing this one back to the blue line and now out to center ice. Liam Reddick's tied up at center. Gives Linköping an opportunity to collect. As this one gets fired in. Lundberg playing it back behind the net. Long shot right onto Gustafsson, who's not going to take any chances. Covers up with Liam Reddick's right on the doorstep. 2:31 remaining here in the second period. Scoreless tie remains intact. Waved out of the circle now is Captain Nicholas Persson. Clean wing back to the line to Oliver Bohm. Long shot hits a body and deflects up into the air. That shot doesn't find its way on target either. Linköping taking it back as Jimmy Anderson gets stood up at center. Puck finds its way into the Lakers zone. Andrew Califf playing this to his defenseman, who throws this one up to Kiskinen. Califf off the boards. Couldn't quite track it down, however. Tripped up at the blue line, not able to move it in, out, or rather, as this is going to be whistled dead on the offside, I believe. And so we'll have a stoppage with less than 2 minutes to play as Carlson and Bohm getting tied up after the whistle. Clean face-off win now as Lundgren plays this over to Ginning. Upended along the boards there was Ken-Andre Olum, getting some help from his brother Mattis now, who plays this back to Ginning. And I believe this is going to be a hand pass. So we'll have another stoppage here late in the second frame. Face off at center ice. Rasmussen lining up against Mattis Olam. Controlled by Lundgren, as he'll slap this one in deep all the way around the boards. Can Andre, as that one is batted out of the air with a glove. Rasmussen along his own end boards. Anderson can't control it as this one top of the circle. Ginning with the shot off a stick and wide. Tip off the boards. Right to Shinneman, who gets upended and walking into the offensive zone. Rasmussen trying to track that one down in the corner. Pinned against the boards here by Ginning. Pettersson coming away with it. Elias Pettersson has that one taken away, and Linköping working back the other direction. Into the corner now, controlled by Mattis Olam. Hornquist playing this one down to Andrew Gordon. Gordon back to Larson with a big rebound out front, sent wide. Andrew Gordon showing some great hustle here along the half boards. Back to the line to Nikiva now as Nikiva tries to work it down low, but he's taken off the puck by Froberg as this one gets lifted high down the ice. And Larson coming away with it. Out of the reach of Derek Roy. Now Persson throwing this one down the ice, gloved out of the air, however, by Larson. Over to Roy, back to Larson, out of his reach, however, as this puck finds its way to the corner, off the boards, and now perhaps one last late rush here from the Lakers into the offensive zone. Top of the circle, bottom of the circle, shot right on. And Gustafsson with the save as a late opportunity there for Jan Pessinen, denied by Gustafsson. 10 seconds remaining in the second frame as Pessinen with a great opportunity, clean look at the net. And denied by Gustafsson, who has been fantastic between the pipes for Linköping so far this afternoon. Face off to the right of Gustafsson. Sebastian Karlsson now, replacing the man who was waved out. Scramble draw finds its way off the inboards, as this one will be played off the boards all the way down the ice. And we'll get one last face-off here before the end of the second frame with just a second left on the clock. Face-off to the left of Gustafsson. 1.2 seconds left, and I believe the accepted time for a face-off win and a shot on target is about 1.9 seconds. So that'll do it for the second period of play, as this scoreless tie remains intact after 40 minutes. Taking a look now at second period stats, as Linköping much better in that second period than they did in the first, generating 10 shots on goal, as did the Lakers. Excuse me, missed shots 2-1 in favor of Linköping. Lakers finally coming alive in the hits department with 4 hits in that second frame. Linköping with none, however. 16 face-off wins for Linköping to the Lakers 7. 2 power play opportunities for Linköping, 1 for the Lakers. 3 power play shots for Linköping, but nobody finding the back of the net, of course, is still locked at a scoreless tie, so both teams with 100% penalty killing at the moment. Take a look now at full game stats. Shots on goal 24-16 in favor of the Lakers. Missed shots 7 apiece. Hits 4-1 in favor of the Lakers. Face-offs, Linköping winning in that aspect, 22-18. 3 power play opportunities for the Lakers, 2 for Linköping. 1 of each, however, was about a 30-second power play, as Linköping took themselves off a power play about 31 or 32 seconds into it, resulting in a Lakers power play after it had expired. Of course, power play shots 5-3 in favor of the Lakers, but as I mentioned, 100% penalty killing for both these teams, and not altogether unexpected from Linköping, as they've got the league's second best penalty kill. Something Linköping obviously has to be aware of as we are underway, as Linköping controls the face-off right off the bat. They'll play this one up to center, now into the offensive zone. Throwing this one up to the blue line. Able to chop it back into the Lakers' end. Pessinen able to come away with it. Playing this one around the boards to the far corner. Up through the neutral ice now. Taken back by Linköping. Through the neutral ice. Trying to gain center. Not able to, however, as the Lakers take it back. They'll retreat back into their own zone. Pass up the ice. He'll take that fluttering puck, and it's intercepted by Mattis Olam. Playing it to his defenseman along the left side, who walks this up to center and now softly plays it into the offensive zone. Peter Anderson from the end boards playing this one up to Rasmussen, who plays this one to Martinson. Playing it up to Pettersson. Pettersson into the offensive zone, dancing around his man. Can't cut towards the front of the net, plays it back to the line to Martinson. All the way around the boards, and Rasmussen controlling now. Playing this one down low. Gustafsson out of his net, can't stop up the puck as it finds its way into the empty corner. Linköping controlling now through the neutral ice. Gains center, fires this one in deep. Martinson giving that one up to Tony Martinson. Now gets it back along his own end boards. Playing this one up to Schittemann, who gets hit from behind, but is able to move this one back into the Linköping end. Not very deep, however, as it gets sent right back to the blue line. And back to the Lakers as Andrew Califf intercepts, plays this one up along the right side. Back to Califf, into the offensive zone is Andrew Califf. He'll stop up along the half boards. Playing this one back to the line. Cross ice pass. Long shot, hits a stick and deflects almost all the way back to the blue line. Controlled now by Daniel Olsen-Draculia, who throws this one back behind his own net. Jimmy Anderson into the offensive zone will throw this one around the board, stopped up by Victor Fast, playing it to the corner. Andrew Califf now throwing this one up the ice. Thomas Kiskinen out of his reach. Lundgren tracking it down in his own zone. Back the other way. Not enough for icing. Anderson against Anderson. Jimmy against Peter as this puck finds its way back to the blue line. Liam Reddick's able to control. Reddick's into the offensive zone. High slot shot right on. Gustafsson takes that one up high and holds on for the stoppage. With 2 minutes and 39 seconds elapsed here in the third period. Face off to the right of Gustafsson. Playing this one off the end boards from the corner. He'll lift this one down the ice. Right on target, so no icing on the play. And I believe it's going to be an offside call here going against Linköping, so this face-off will come all the way back in the Linköping end. Clean win to the half boards, controlled by the Lakers. Back to the line to Lundberg. Lundberg with the long shot. That one deflects wide of the net, off the glass, and bouncing in the corner now. Behind the net, centered out front, but Liam Reddick's couldn't get a handle on it before it was poked away from him as this puck finds its way back to center. Now Reddick's takes it back, plays it back into his own zone, and Josephson couldn't track that one down as it's controlled by Linköping in their end. Through the neutral ice, this one will get played deep into the Lakers' end. Lundberg now along the end boards. Pestered there by Derek Roy as Andrew Gordon throws this one to the far half boards. Bibic pokes it down low. Now coming away with it is Roy as he'll play this one back to the line to Bibic with the one-time attempt. Gordon gets upended behind Victor Fast. Not too sure if that one would have counted had it found its way past Fast with Gordon interfering. Either way, Fast holds on for the stoppage with 16:28 remaining here in the third period. Face-off coming to the right of Fast. Lundberg controlling now. Stretch pass up the ice, deflected up and over the net into the meshing, and we'll have a stoppage. Pretty barren looking visitor section there for Linköping. Face off in the neutral ice. Clean win back. Arvid Lundberg playing this one over to his defensive partner, who will slap this one in deep. All the way around the boards. Pessinen holding it, or playing it in deep. Back to the line now to Olam. And Andre playing this one up the ice. Now to Mattis. Back to Ken Andre. Olam trying to walk out front. Poked away from him, however, as Froberg is able to come away with it. He'll work it back the other way. Pessinen can't track that one down. And now this one will get sent back into the Lakers zone. Quick pass up the ice along the right side. Intercepted and sent back out to center. Froberg controlling. He'll play this one back to Hogberg. Fired off the boards up to Shinneman as he'll sweep this one in deep. Rasmussen along the end boards, battling there against Silvegaard. Silvegaard in the corner, centers this one to the circle. Carlson stands his man up along the half boards. Shinneman still with possession as he'll play this one back to the slot, but it bounces over to the half boards. Now Shinneman with possession of the puck, top of the circle, playing this one over to Hogberg, lets the shot go, deflects off a player over to the corner. Bohm pinching down low, plays it to Rasmussen along the end boards as he's upended along the boards by Carlson, or rather Larson. As this puck finds its way back into the Lakers' end, not enough for icing as Hogberg is there to collect. He'll retreat behind his net and now look to start out. It's forced back by Martinson, however. He'll fire it over to the far corner as this one gets tipped out to neutral ice. Long shooting right into the corner. Jimmy Anderson hustling there, throws a check along the end boards. Back to Ginning at the line. Adam Ginning throwing this one in deep. Fast playing it to the corner. As Thomas Kiskinen will throw this one out through the neutral ice. Tip pass. And now drop pass to Kiskinen. Now he's hooked and he's going to draw a penalty, so we'll get some power play action here from the Lakers as they get the net empty and a six-man out on the ice. Pedersen, and that one deflects back to the line and out as Persson retreats back to his own zone, now up to through center into the offensive zone to Kiskinen. Kiskinen over to Rosen. Rosen for Kiskinen. Kiskinen walking out front, backhanded opportunity, big rebound, bounces over Gustafsson, and Kiskinen scores. Had a couple whacks at it, and on the delayed on the delayed penalty, the Lakers take the 1-0 lead. And now Captain Nicholas Persson having what looks like a heated discussion with the referee. But long delayed penalties, sustained possession by the Lakers. Kiskinen wide out front, one opportunity, two opportunities, just lifts that one up and over Gustafsson.
Det är dags att presentera Växjös första målskytt i samarbete med Idrottens i Växjö.
And so the Lakers break the scoreless tie with 13:42 remaining here in the third period. Liam Reddick's back the other way. Akiva upended as Reddick sends that one to the far corner. As Linköping work it back the other direction now. Taken back by Reddick at his own blue line. He'll fire this one off the boards up through center. Hustling to catch up with the puck is Josephson. He's able to as he wins the race. Josephson in tight, trying to pull it around Gustafsson. Not able to. Whacks at it on the short side, but he's able to hold it out there as Gustafsson stands strong to keep this at a one-goal game. Now given up. Nederberg. Quick turnaround shot. Hits Bibic. And in the corner, Bibic will play this to Mattis Olam. Lakers taking it back, however, as they've got some life in them now. Shinneman runs over his man. Now playing that one to Rasmussen. Brendan Shinneman winds up, lets that shot fly wide. Just hustling over, he's able to hold it in there as Oliver Bohm. Good play there by Elias Pettersson with the skate to hold it in. This one's still not able to clear the zone. I believe this is going to be a hand pass or maybe an offside call here against the Lakers. Either way, we'll have a stoppage with 12.5 minutes remaining in the third period. And my goodness, there you see the blocker of Gustafsson just denying that 2-goal lead. Pontus Nederberg absolutely robbed. And now shot right on. Shinneman is going to draw a penalty, and the Lakers will go to the man advantage. And so Linköping a little bit back on their heels at the moment. Will be down a man for the next 2 minutes. It's going to be Derek Roy. And gets his stick right up in the hands there of Shinneman and draws the penalty. Clean win back to the line, controlled and sent to Califf. Califf down low to Nederberg. Nederberg back to Califf. Califf lets the shot go. Gustafsson steers that one aside, and it's Pessinen, not Nederberg. My apologies, as Califf controls. Andrew Califf back to the line. Martinson quickly over to Mealy. Mealy back to Martinson. Over to Califf. He winds up, lets the shot go. Gustafsson with the save. Big rebound out front, collected and sent down the ice. Couple whacks at it out front there. But Gustafsson equal to the task. As the Lakers work it back the other way. Rasmussen into the offensive zone. Drop pass for Pettersson. As that one is gloved towards the blue line, but Pettersson able to take it back. He'll send that one to Rasmussen. Rasmussen back to Pettersson. Pettersson settling down the puck as the Lakers get set up. Down low for Rasmussen as that puck finds its way all the way back into the Lakers zone. Victor Fast with the long stretch pass up the ice. Rosen. Back to the line to Persson. Persson over to Pettersson. Pettersson lets the shot go. He scores. Elias Pettersson from the circle gives the Lakers the 2-0 lead and ties the league scoring leader Ryan Lash in points. "21 goals, 30 assists for 51 points for Pettersson. And what a rookie season the young man is having. Every time I see him take a wrist shot like that, it never fails to amaze me. What a perfectly placed shot. You can't even see it. It goes up and under the bar in the blink of an eye. All the way around the boards, now to the half boards, as this one is played in low by Emil Silvegaard. Now Josephson playing this one to his own corner as this puck gets played up to the blue line. Now out through neutral ice. Taken back by Linköping, however, as Silvegaard works this into the offensive zone. He turns around and backs into the Lakers' end. Taken off the puck, however, as Josephson will send this over to Rahimi. Rahimi up to Mealy. Mealy up to Pessinen, who tips that one into the offensive zone. Taken back by Billens. However, Froberg will take it back now. Long shot right in. Gustafsson able to make the save and holds on for the stoppage. 2-0 the score in favor of the Lakers as they strike twice in the first half of this third period. And Linköping not out of it just yet, but they certainly have a task ahead of them if they hope to tie things up. Face-off coming to the right of Gustafsson. Now in the corner, Lakers continuing their pressure in the offensive zone. from the circle. Back to the line, out of the reach of Bohm as he'll hustle over, not able to hold it in though. Now Shinneman controlling in the neutral ice. He'll play it to Pettersson, who throws this one cross ice. Hogberg. Shinneman leaves for Pettersson. Pettersson trying to dance around his man, not able to as Linköping will work it back the other way. Bit of a scrum going on in front of the Linköping bench for the puck, but Linköping able to take it back. Through the neutral ice now. Eric Royal poked this one in deep. Hammered against the boards there was Persson. Able to come away with it back to his feet. Plays it to the corner, and now this one up to Nederberg. As Nederberg can't beat the fast in now. Robert Rosen from the goal line. No angle on it, but either way, taking a shot towards the open net is Gustafsson a little too casually back towards his net there, and now giving up right on the doorstep. Gustafsson makes the save, still loose as he's trying to cover up. Bouncing puck in the crease, and now taken back by Linköping, and my goodness, 2 mistakes there from Gustafsson between the pipes for Linköping. Lucky he didn't result in any goals. And now Gordon holds, takes the shot. That one doesn't find its way on target. Now Ginning from the high slot lets the shot go. That one's deflected just wide. As this puck finds its way all the way back into the Linköping end. Doesn't have enough steam for icing, however, as Tornquist is able to come away with it. Now Carlson sending this one the length of the ice on target, but Fast will cover up for the stoppage with Ken-Andre Olam bearing down on him. 8:27 remaining in the third period, 2-0 to score in favor of the Lakers. Taking a look now at full game stats so far. Shots on net 35-17 in favor of the Lakers, heavily outshooting Linköping at the moment. Missed shots 8-7 in favor of the Lakers, hits 5-1. Faceoffs 25 apiece, 4 power play opportunities for the Lakers, 2 for Linköping, 8 power play shots for the Lakers, generating 1 power play goal. No power play goals for Linköping. And so 100% penalty killing for the Lakers, 75% penalty killing for Linköping. Taking a look at the other games going on around the league. Luleå still holds on to that 1-0 lead over Malmo. Frölunda with the 4-3 lead over HV at 71. Then Djurgården and Mora, Färjestad, Örebro, Karlskrona, Rögle, and Brynäs and Skellefteå all getting underway in about 50 minutes time, 5-0, as those games start at 6 p.m. Lakers controlling in their own zone as this one is played off the boards. Not out, however, as this one finds its way to the far side, hustling over. Chad Billings can't hold it in, but this will be an icing call going against the Lakers. Behind the net now. Controlled by the Lakers as they'll work it back the other way. Tipped into the offensive zone. In the corner, Robert Rosen, pestered by a couple of Linköping players there. And now that one swept towards the net, not on target, however. One-time shot flutters just wide. As that one looked like it was a bit of a knuckle puck, almost fooled Gustafsson there. Oliver Bohm now controlling at the line. He'll backhand this one in deep. Hammered against the boards. Coming away with it is Martinson. As he'll lift this one high down the ice, hustling to catch up with it. He gets tripped up. No call on the play. Some rough stuff after the whistle as Silvergard with Oliver Bohm's glove right in his face.
Men också då så får man chans att köpa biljetter till slutspelet. Nu först på biljetterna efter denna matchen.
Face off to the right of Gustafsson, or of Fast. Now from the slot, trying to feed that one out front, but a good play there by Anderson breaks up that pass from Andrew Gordon as this puck finds its way to center. Martinson now will, or sorry, Josephson will throw this one into the far corner. Shot right on, controlled by Fast, as he'll hold on for a stoppage. Scramble draw in the Lakers' end, controlled now by Froberg, as this one forced behind the net. And now that one right out front, and Fast had to be careful as he holds on for a stoppage with 6:40 remaining here in the third frame. There you see just 3 shots on net for Linköping in this third frame. 11 so far for the Lakers. Lundberg controlling now. Pessinen playing this one softly off the boards into the Linköping end. Upended there by Froberg along the half boards. Froberg able to come away with it, playing it back to the slot. That shot bounces on target. Big rebound out front, and now that one somehow stays out of the net. My goodness, did Gustafsson get a piece of it? Jan Pessinen showing some great patience there. Let's take a look. And he sends it off the crossbar. Face off coming to the left of Gustafsson. And these two teams will meet a week today for the final game of the regular season in Linköping. And waved out of the circle is Captain Nicholas Persson. From behind the net now, he'll play this over to his corner as they'll look to start out the other way. Persson into the offensive zone. From the half boards now, he'll play this one in deep. From the corner, back to the circle. Lakers working it back the other way now. Through the neutral ice into the offensive zone. Through his own legs, beautiful move there by Pettersson, but he loses the handle on the puck. As Linköping take it back the other way, Jimmy Anderson. Long shot, bouncing right onto Fast, who angles this one aside. Hochberg now playing it back to Lundberg. Lundberg back to Hochberg. Cross ice pass through the neutral ice into the offensive zone. Brendan Shinneman taking off the puck. As this one gets sent back into the Linköping end. Playing this one off the boards up to the blue line. And Sorensen taking off the puck by Hochberg as he'll play it to Bohm. Oliver Bohm up the ice through the neutral ice, taken back by Chad Billens. Billens softly up to the blue line, but not in. Califf, drop pass for Kiskinen. Kiskinen over to Rosen. Rosen with the shot right on. And Gustafsson holds on for the stoppage with 5 minutes remaining here in the third period. Time ticking down on Linköping. Ginning taken down in the corner as this puck rides the top of the boards all the way to Califf behind the net. Behind the net now to Kiskinen, who gets sent hard head first into the end boards there by Ginning. No call on the play. Rosen back to the line. That shot hits a body out front. Now Califf lets a shot go, also blocked. Kiskinen out front for Rosen, couldn't get a shot on target. Now Daniel Olsen-Trikulia will touch up, and I believe we've got a penalty upcoming here to Linköping with 4:27 remaining, and it's going to be Tony Martinson heading to the box. And it's going to be for a slash, I would assume, right there, as Martinson takes a pretty hefty chop to Andrew Califf. One goal already for the Lakers on the power play, as they'll look to find another here in the third period. Robert Rosen lining up to take the face-off against Sebastian Karlsson. Karlsson with the clean win back to his own end boards, but taken back by Pettersson, who feathers this back to the line person over to Rosen. Rosen the shot right on. Big rebound out front, and Karlsson's able to collect and send it the length of the ice as Fast stops that one up at his own, in his own zone. Person now back the other way. Up along the right side to Rosen. Rosen from the corner will throw this one over to Pettersson. Just past him as he puts his head up in frustration, not able to contain that one. Person now over to Pettersson. Pettersson at the blue line plays this up to Rasmussen, and Pettersson and Linköping will play this back the other way. Minute and 10 seconds remaining on the man advantage. 3:36 remaining here in the third period. As Brendan Shinneman has that one between his skates. This will be, no, it won't be an icing against the Lakers. Waved off. Pettersson able to take it back. He'll play it to Rasmussen behind the net. Rasmussen over to Pettersson. Pettersson sweeping it back to the line to Rosen. Rosen back to Person. Person playing this one over to Shinneman. Shinneman with the one-time attempt. That one just wide. Rasmussen trying to center out front between his legs. And it comes right to Gustafsson, who holds on for the stoppage with 3:15 remaining here in the third period. Face off to the left of Gustafsson. Played back to the line. Andy Mealy down low for Froberg. Froberg back to Mealy. Mealy to Kiskinen. Kiskinen can't get that pass through as this one is taken back by Linköping and sent down the other way. 25 seconds remaining on the man advantage. Passing in. Aggressive forecheck here from Person on the penalty kill. He's going to pin this one against the boards, trying to kill the last few seconds. It looks like he's going to be successful in doing so, as there's just 5 seconds remaining on the man advantage now. Califf in his own zone, playing this one off the end boards. Back to 5-on-5 as Martinson steps out of the box. Mealy forced back at center. Andy Mealy now over to Reddix. Reddix into the offensive zone, trying to split the defense, but couldn't. Califf back to the line. One-time attempt right on. Gustafsson will throw that one to the corner, as Linköping want to get this one into the Lakers zone as soon as possible to get Gustafsson to the bench and get a sixth skater on the ice. They're not going to be able to do that now, however, as this puck finds its way back into the Linköping end. Jennings behind his net will play this one to the corner, and now this one is controlled by Sorensen at center. And this one will be sent over the glass, and this is a great opportunity here for Linköping. 1:47 remaining. They'll go to the man advantage. They'll probably pull Gustafsson to start this, so they are going to have a 6-on-4 opportunity here. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Linköping take a timeout here. And that's exactly what they're going to do. Drop a game plan here to get one back quickly, and then give themselves enough time to try and tie it up. 1:48 remaining in the third. Linköping will be on the power play for the rest of this game, unless of course they score, which I'm sure they're hoping to. And who we got? We got Chad Billins, Derek Roy, Andrew Gordon, Nicholas Persson, Nick Sorensen, I believe Tony Martinson on the left side. 6 skaters on the ice for Linköping, net empty. However, this is a bit of a, it's not necessarily a good situation for the Lakers, but being a man down on the penalty kill, it means they have free reign to take shots at the empty net from anywhere on the ice without the risk of taking the icing call. Derek Roy back to the line to Billins. Billins with the long shot. That one finds its way off a stick and up over the meshing. And this will stay in the offensive zone for Linköping. Person facing off against Nederberg, or rather Rasmussen. And now Gordon right to the front of the net, can't settle down the bouncing puck. Shot at the open net, just wide. Chad Billins from behind his own net now. Derek Roy will play that bouncing puck towards the front of the net. Andrew Gordon on the doorstep looking for the rebound, puts that one wide. And now this one played out to the neutral ice, gloved out of the air, but now Shinneman playing this one over to Rasmussen. Rasmussen, oh my goodness, what an offensive play by Nick Sorensen. Are you kidding me? As Sorensen sprawls on the ice and deflects that one up and over the net meshing. Unbelievable defensive play by Sorensen. Now Gustafsson back between the pipes for this faceoff. Bohm able to control. He'll play this one in deep. Akiva up to the half boards. Gustafsson will go to the bench immediately. 6 players on the ice for Linköping as this one played in deep. First to the puck is Hochberg. However, Ken Andre Olem gets it back. He'll play it to Nikiva. Christian Nikiva walking back to the blue line. Plays it back to Ken Andre. Ken Andre down low for Mattis. Mattis from the top of the circle, back to the line to Nikiva. Nikiva with the long shot, hits a body out front, bouncing puck in the slot area, sent back towards the blue line. Nikiva's able to control. 37 seconds remaining in the third period. Centered out front, and that one sent wide off a stick as Mattis Olem now controlling along the half boards. Top of the circle now, plays this one to his brother. One-time attempt by Gordon. On the doorstep is Daniel Olsen-Draculia with the rebound, but diving on top of it is Victor Fast as he holds on for the stoppage. 23 seconds remaining. And I think this one is all but done for Linköping as they have themselves down by 2 with just 23 seconds. And Fast with a great reaction save there, able to get the right pad on it. Daniel Olsen-Draculia looks to the heavens frustrated that he couldn't get that one past. Six players on the ice, net still empty, 23 seconds remaining. Rasmussen facing off against Pat Persson. Now Fast out of his net to try and clear this one immediately, not able to as this puck, and now it does all the way back into the Linköping end. And that'll do it. 10 seconds remaining. They might get one last opportunity here, but they certainly won't get 2. Long shot right onto Fast. Almost looked like he wanted to take a shot at the open net there, and he did actually. That would have been something to finish this one, but the buzzer will sound and the Lakers come away with the 2-0 shutout victory over Linköping. Taking a look now at third period stats. And there you see the Lakers, 15 shots on net in that third period, 7 for Linköping. Missed shots 3-2 in favor of the Lakers, hits 2-1 in favor of Linköping. And honestly, I think that might have been a reason that Linköping didn't exactly look like themselves today. They love playing a physical game, but they just weren't for whatever reason today. Lakers, like I previously mentioned, also have some players that like to throw their weight around, Daniel Rahimi in particular, but neither of these teams seem very interested in throwing any hits this afternoon. And there you see also a big stat was the faceoffs in that third period, 18-5 for the Lakers. Absolutely dominating the faceoff circle. Power plays 2-1 in favor of the Lakers. Power play shots 5-3. Lakers with a power play goal and 100% penalty killing. Taking a look now at full game stats. Shots on goal, my goodness, the Lakers with 39 shots on goal, absolutely peppering Jonas Gustafsson, and despite giving up 2 goals, Gustafsson between the pipes for Linköping, in my opinion, was their best player this afternoon on the ice. 23 shots for Linköping, missed shots 10-9 in favor of the Lakers, but there you see total hits, just 5 for the Lakers and just 3 for Linköping. And so very non-physical game between two teams who are usually pretty physical. Face-offs 36-27 in favor of the Lakers. 5 power play opportunities for the Lakers, generating 10 power play shots and 1 power play goal. 3 power play opportunities for Linköping, 6 power play shots, no goals. And so 20% power play for the Lakers and 100% penalty killing.